used to believe that we were meant to do as many things as possible, that we were brought to this world with the only objective of achieving things and conquering the most ambitious goals. There was no time to waste. There was no time to sit down and think about what I was doing. Was I really happy with my life? Did I really like the projects I was working on? And most importantly, did I was truly the person I wanted to be in that moment? The answer was no. I was someone I could not recognize anymore. Someone who cared more about a project than about spending time with its own family. I thought that it was worth sacrificing everything to achieve my goals. I believed that you had to leave everything you liked and everyone you loved aside if you wanted to truly succeed. For me, and for many others I knew, success was contrary to happiness and love. And at some point, I started to believe that so much that it actually became my life. My time couldn't be wasted. I was seeing such great results and I had to continue. There was no time for anything else, only for the things that truly matter, and those things I consider as success. Time is there for that, isn't it? Wake up, we have to go. Where? I asked, when I saw my mother entering my room, drowning in tears and fear. Immediately, I thought of the worst, but it couldn't be true, right? My mind went back and forth, and it only seemed like the worst nightmare I could have ever imagined. We arrived, and I ran. I saw my grandmother laying on her bed. She was there, more silent than I have ever seen her. She was just there. A little tear was falling off her cheek, and her hands were shaking. Was I losing the person that raised me? My best friend, my partner in crime, and basically the reason I am who I am today? And yes, she was closing her eyes a little bit more every minute. The fear I felt in that moment is something I still can't put into words. I felt little, I felt vulnerable. I was just simply destroyed. I called an ambulance. My father shouted at them asking for help. My mother cried over the phone, begging them to come. But with no hesitation, they simply told us, "We're sorry, we cannot get there." There was nothing left to do but to hold her hand and say our last goodbyes. We had to be there for her. She made me promise something. She made me promise that I will never leave my mother and my sister alone, that we will always protect each other. From that moment on, I can't remember what happened. Everything is blurry in my mind. All I remember is my mother crying over my father and him telling her that everything was gonna be okay. We knew it wasn't not gonna be okay, but we had to hope for the best. After that, he asked my grandmother to stay with us a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. He was going to take her to the hospital, however he could. From that day on, the hospital became my second home. I resisted leaving until I knew that she was gonna be okay, that nothing bad could ever happen to her ever again. Until today, everyone believes that what happened that day was a miracle of medicine, or a simple matter of good timing. But the reality is that for me it was a wake-up call, a second chance. It was my second chance to truly appreciate what I had in my surroundings and rearrange my priorities. That day made me realize that we have little time on earth, and that in any moment we could lose what we love the most, without notice, without any warning. And I asked myself the same question. Was I really happy with my life and the way I had been? But no, the truth is that if I had lost my grandmother that day, I would have never been able to forgive myself. All the time I had spent working and getting me closer to my goals turned me away from her, and I could have never forgiven the fact that I did not enjoy my time with her because I thought that my idea of success was more important. And today, I believe something different. Success is nothing like I thought it was. Success is about finding your passion, finding what makes you happy, and who makes you happy also. We need people around us. They are part of our journey and key elements for our life. There has to be a balance between our goals, our family, and friends. Every single thing is important. And believe me when I say that with the right people behind you, cheering you up, you will be able to achieve even more than you will have ever imagined and that you could have done by your own. And moreover, believe me, success is not even close to being the opposite of happiness and enjoyment. Today, I am the person I want to be. Today, I have learned the value of everyone and everything in my life. Today, I have been able to achieve things I seem as impossible, and I have been able to enjoy them with the people I love. But I have also failed, and having my family and friends has made the difference. No failure seems as the end of the world anymore. It seems more as an opportunity. It is an opportunity to start over and to do it better, or just simply change the path if it's not working. Today, my goals and dreams are stronger than ever and closer than ever. And more importantly, my family and friends are closer than ever. As students, we are always immersed in the idea that the only path to success is leaving everything behind and devoting ourselves to hard working. And definitely, it is a crucial part. But it is not the only one. There is so much more we have to consider and so much more in our journey. And I have seen a lot of my friends, family members, classmates, a lot of people that go through the same idea of school and work being the only important thing in our lives. That we have to be continuously working, hard working, doing the best, giving our best, being even in a burnout point. And to the closest of them, I have been able to talk to them and share my ideas, hoping that they will realize how important it is to take our time to reflect and to truly think about what we are doing right, what we are doing wrong. Finally, I know that whenever life pushes me towards my cave, which in this case corresponds to the idea of thinking the way I used to, I will push back in order to keep growing and developing as a better version of myself. I believe that I will hardly fall back into the same idea that corresponds to that proposed by Plato in the allegory of the cave, where the prisoner is now blinded by the darkness, and even when for some people it is still hard to understand it, it has opened my eyes into the truth and the value of my life and the value of time, more importantly. Even when some people may see it as something that is wrong or as something that it should not be in that way, I know that it should be that way. And now, the most important thing is that I am okay with it and that I'm happy with the life I have today. And I think that that's how I can reflect the allegory of the cave in my life.